Let's say this is the data of the ages of 5 people in a room. Now, if we add all these ages and divide by 5, what can you get? You can get 23 plus 26, another 23, 28, and 70, right? If we divide all these ages by the number of people, 5, we are going to get 34. As this is age, we can just write 34 years, right? So this 34 years, when we added all the data and divided by the number of data, we get the mean average. So this is the mean average. Okay, but look at the data. This mean is showing us that the people in the room are in their mid-30s, which is false, right? Why? Because we have an outlier here. This outlier 70 years is way different from the other 4 data. So it is dragging our mean average up and giving us a false information, right? They are not in their mid-30s, rather most of them are in their 20s, right? So mean average is fine, but it is not accurate. It cannot be used when we have extreme outliers like the 70 years old. Basically, mean is when you add all the data in a set and divide by the number of data. But remember that when we have extreme outliers, mean average is not accurate. Now let's arrange these ages in an ascending order. So we get 23, then another 23, then we have 26, 28, and then 70, right? Now we have 5 numbers here, and 26 is in the middle. So when we have numbers and we find the middle of that one, this is called the median average. Now notice about the median that this outlier 70 is completely ignored, and we have a much more accurate data compared to the mean average, right? So that is why the median average is used frequently in statistical data rather than the mean average. Once again, when you have multiple data, just arrange them in ascending order and find which number is in the middle. The middle one is your median, and median is much more accurate than the mean average. Now look at the data one more time. You see that 23 is repeated twice. So this is the highest number that a number has been repeated, right? 23 is repeated twice. In a different data set, you can have multiple numbers, but we'll always look for which number has been repeated most of the time. Here we have 23, which is repeated twice. Now this is the mode. So mode for this data set is 23 because it has been repeated the most number of times. Now remember that mode is not actually the center, mathematical center. It does not give us the mathematical center. Rather, it's about frequency. It's about frequency. It does not give us the mathematical center, but it gives us what type of people are the most in the room. In this case, we see that most of the people in this room are 23 years old, right? So mode is another kind of average, but it does not give us the accurate picture of the real average. Rather, it gives us the frequency, and it is very useful because let's say in a showroom, let's say the size 7 is being sold the most of the time. You can find it from the mode, right? So that will give you the information that this shoe size should be available in your store because it is being sold the most number of times.